Hey, what's up everybody? It's Taylor and I'm back with another video. So today, this video is gonna be about how I found out I was having twins. Y'all, this story is still crazy to me. Like, I watch the video of the moment we found out all the time because it's crazy. It's still shocking. Like, my twins are 9 months old and it still amazes me that we have twins. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, so to preface the story a little bit, I'm gonna go back about a year or so before we found out. So October 2016, I had my birth control removed. I was on Mirena for 5 years and I just felt, obviously you have to get it taken out after the 5 years, but I really wanted to take a break. Like, I'm one of those people who feels like birth control is cool, but it also has like adverse side effects on your body and all that stuff. So I wanted to take some time. Me and Nick had discussed like, okay, if it happens, it happens. We weren't actively trying to have kids at all, but it wasn't something that was gonna be like a big deal for us. So that was around October 2016. I had that taken out and I started using a period tracker app. Since I wasn't gonna be on birth control, I still wanted to, make sure I'm being safe. However, one of the adverse side effects of Mirena is you kind of have your period sometimes and sometimes you kind of don't. So although I was still kind of able to track, I wouldn't get my cycle every month, or it would come at a different time every month, but it was kind of consistent. And that's important for later on in the story. So yeah, we're fast forwarding, been off the Mirena for a year or so. And I'm very aware of my body. Whenever anything feels weird or when something isn't moving right, working right, I'm always able to tell. Like, I don't know why. Maybe it's women's intuition. Maybe everyone can do it. I'm not sure. So yeah, around August, I just started feeling weird. I wasn't feeling any pain or anything, but I felt like I was cramping. And that's one thing, I never used to cramp whenever I was on my cycle. So I was like, something really doesn't feel right. And on the little period tracker app, I was kind of in the area of where I was going to start my cycle. But like I said, since it was so inconsistent, I wasn't exactly sure of when it was gonna come. Being a girl and not taking no chances, I went and bought I bought 2 pregnancy tests, but one of them came with 2 of them. So I got off of work, went and bought the test, came home, and I took one. So for me, I didn't think I was pregnant. So whenever I took the test, I was more so taking it to confirm that I wasn't pregnant, but not taking it to confirm that I was. So I took the test, obviously waited, and y'all, whenever that little pink line, you're supposed to have 2 pink lines on there. So I saw the first one. I think the first one filled up really quickly. And then the second one, there was like a little bitty faint line. Y'all, I jumped out of my skin. I was like, you're kidding me. Like, I don't even think this is real. Like, what the heck is going on? So of course, I took another one. Next one did the exact same thing. So those 2 were the ones that, where the little pink line pops up. But the last one, I wanted to take a first response. So you can see literally yes or no. So at this point, I'm pretty sure, but I'm still just trying to confirm because obviously 1 isn't enough. So I took the first response pregnancy test, knees shaking on the toilet. I'm like, oh my God, like what is going on? So took the test. Yes, okay. So then I called my sister and I was just like, I don't know what this looks like to you, but you tell me. And she was like, I think that's a positive. So you're pregnant. And we both had our little moment, whatever. Fast forward to that night. At this time, Nick was working he worked from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So he comes home. Oh no, I went out and bought another test because I wanted to take it with him. I wanted him to see everything. So he comes home and I was just like, babe, I think I'm pregnant. Like, I didn't have an elaborate nothing. I was like, hey, I think I am. And he was like, no, you're not. Like, you're not. I don't think you are at all. You're just probably overthinking something. You're not pregnant. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take a test. So when he got the test out of the car, he was like, okay, go ahead. When he got the test out of the car, we both went into the bathroom to take the test. I left the bathroom because I was like, I can't take no more. I don't want to see it again. And he was like, okay. He stays in there with the test and then comes around the corner holding the thing up saying, it says you're pregnant. So immediately, like, we were both just like, wow, shocked. I got kind of emotional. He was like, he didn't care. He was nonchalant. He was like, I mean, it is what it is. You know how guys are. I can appreciate that because it could have been like, oh my God, terrified and crying and all types of stuff. He was so cool, calm about it. I was using my period tracker app. So with that app, it has the connecting one to if you become pregnant. So I connected to that app and it told me I was 3 weeks and 4 days based off of my last menstrual cycle. Okay, so at the time I worked with one of my really close friends, Keandria. So as soon as I walked into work, I just showed her a picture of the pregnancy test and I just feel like I needed to tell somebody, like somebody needed to know. So I told her we were both excited, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she decided she wanted to come to my appointment with me. So I scheduled the appointment for that the following day, like weekday. And I went around my lunch break and the nurse actually gave me her phone number. So she said, I'm going to text you the results that way, blah, blah, blah. Cool. So 24 hours later, I didn't get a text. And so I was like, okay, I don't know if she wanted me to text her or how that's supposed to work. So I went ahead and texted her and I was like, hey, just checking to make sure or just to see if the results were in, blah, blah, blah. She texted back immediately. It was like, oh girl, yes, you're very early pregnant. We need to get you on some prenatal vitamins. I'm going to go ahead and schedule you for your first ultrasound, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, everything was confirmed. We knew we were pregnant, but just, you know, you need the doctors to confirm these type of things. Okay. So obviously I was about 4 weeks at the time. And I just realized that my belly was growing so quickly. I was doing the, you know, like every week you stand sideways and write on the little chalkboard, you know, your symptoms and everything. So every week I felt like I was gaining a little bit more weight. And I know that in the beginning of pregnancy, you get a lot of bloating and a lot of water weight and all that stuff. So I kind of just chalked it up to that. I was like, okay, well, it's probably just regular pregnancy symptoms. Like, it'll be good. So also accompanying that weight gain, I was sick, y'all. I was vomiting all the time. I couldn't keep any food down. I can vividly remember one day Nick was outside barbecuing, and just the smell from it coming in, I don't know how, like maybe when he opened the door and came in, it just, oh my God, it gives me every time I think about it because it was just like terrible. It made my stomach hurt. I just laid out on the couch all day that day. Like I couldn't get up. And that's pretty much how it was up until my appointment. So the day before, I was 7 weeks and 5 days. I remember standing at the kitchen sink, trying to cook dinner, and all of a sudden, like, I'm just vomiting. Never once, though, did it come across my mind to think like, girl, you might have twins. Like, I've never been the type of girl to assume I was having twins or want twins. Like, it was, you know, it didn't affect me at all. So I didn't know the signs and symptoms of anything. So we go to our appointment the next day. We're sitting in the room waiting for the doctor to come in. You know, we've already, got my weight and all that stuff. So she comes in with her little ultrasound machine, of course, as normal. And she's like, okay, let's go ahead and look at your baby. So we're looking and she's like, there it is. And we're all, next thing you know, wait a second.
Nick, why don't you come over here and take a look? There.
Oh.
Wait a second. Taylor.
No way.
Oh my gosh.
No way.
This way. Holy crap. You're having twins.
Dr. Carey, you're lying.
Do you see it? So, are there twins in the family?
No.
I mean, I'm looking at two. It's right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
My
two
God.
right there. Yep. All right, let me measure each one. Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh.
Jinx.
Oh, wow.
Did y'all joke about this?
Yes.
Twins.
You did. Well, guess what? You're getting twins.
My God.
You want them to be careful what you wish for.
Right.
Okay, so we got Journey. That's going to be.
Is that a
big sister.
head? Is that the baby's head?
No, that's the yolk sac.
Oh,
That's
okay.
going to be part of the baby's liver.
Oh my.
Let me measure second, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Let me check what we're going to do. I think the due date looks like May 4th. That's off for 4 days, so that's what we'll do.
Twins?
We'll do May
Where?
4th. But let me give you guys some pictures. So there's that. And they're fraternal. They're in two separate. You can tell by the big, they're two separate.
So it could be a
sacks.
girl and a boy.
Could be a girl and a boy.
Oh my God.
I mean, it could be. They could be identical, and it depends on when they
Oh my.
split. So they could be identical. That's possible too. But otherwise, if it's a boy and a girl, you'd know they're fraternal. But it could be two heartbeats. I'm looking at them on the sono. Give you guys some pictures of this.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
The last thing that we expected was there.
Oh, I hear you.
Oh my God.
That's why we do these early sonos. Let's make sure there's only two.
Oh.
Yeah. 1 and 2. Yep. That's it.
Well, at least we wrapped up our little family early.
Early.
Yeah, y'all done. Done and done.
Oh my.
It's really good pictures of two of them both. Looks good, you guys. Okay, go ahead and scoot back, Taylor.
And my heart just sank. She sees another sack with another baby in it. Like, I can still remember the feeling to this day. I keep telling everybody, I thought I was going to get in trouble. I don't know why. I'm a grown woman in a whole relationship. Like, I just felt like, oh my God, I did something wrong. So she's, measuring the babies or whatever. We're still in shock. I'm going to include the video in case I haven't already. We're still in shock. Nick is, I think that it hit him later because at the moment he was just kind of like rolling with it. But I was like, oh my God. I told my doctor she was lying, y'all. I'm sorry. So after we recorded it on my phone, thankfully. So while we were in the doctor's office, I sent it to my mom. And she was at work, of course, or whatever. And so in the video, though, you can see vividly like, oh, it's first a baby. And then all of a sudden there's two. So I sent the video to her and she called me probably before, I don't even remember if it was before we got out of the office or not. But she was like, oh my God, I can't believe y'all are having twins. Like, she's going crazy. So at this point, I think that's when it finally hit Nick. He called his mom once we got in the car and he was like, Mom, guess what? She was like, what? Y'all had the doctor's appointment? And he was like, yeah, but it's twins. What? You just hear everybody in the background like, oh my God, how did that happen? Like, it was crazy. It was shocking to everybody. So we both took off that morning to go to the doctor's appointment. So we're driving on the highway, calling everybody, like, our close family, like, y'all, guess what? I was 8 weeks at the time, so I felt pretty confident. So we're calling everybody and telling them, like, y'all, we have twins on the way. It's crazy, whatever. Telling our friends, sending text messages to our friends. And we decided Journey's lunch was like at 10 o'clock and our appointment was early in the morning. So we were like, we're going to go by the school because she didn't know that we were pregnant at the time. So we were like, we're going to go by the school and tell her, and buy her lunch and everything. So we stopped by the Burger King on the way to the school. And I tell this because, y'all, I felt like Precious Cargo in Burger King ordering my food. Like, I wanted everybody in the room to know, like, yes, it's me. I'm expecting twins. Like, yes, I'm Precious Cargo right now. Like, don't come too close. I was feeling myself, y'all. It was amazing. Although I'm feeling sick as hell, really. So I bought her little lunch and then I put the ultrasound in her bag. So we got to her school, and of course she's just happy that we're having lunch with her. So she was, looking through her bag and she pulls it out. She's like, Mom, what's this? And I was like, Mommy's having a baby. And of course she's so excited. She's been wanting a sibling for so long. And then I was like, but guess what? It's twins. And that just sent her over the moon, over the roof. It was such an amazing moment. Like, I will never forget finding out I was having twins. I just can't even believe it still sometimes. Like, God chose me to mother these twins. My twins are 9 months old. They're amazing. They're really good babies. They're so sweet. And this journey for my family has just been awesome. Yeah, with that being said, that is how I found out that I was having twins. But little did I know that that was just the beginning. Let me tell y'all about how these next 9 months went. It was insane. But I'm gonna break that up into a couple of different videos just in case there are people looking for different parts. You know, some women might be farther along in their pregnancy. So I'm gonna do kind of what happened during my first trimester, what happened during my second, last, and then also I'm gonna do a video about, you know, our transition from leaving the hospital while the twins were still at the hospital in the NICU because they were born early at 34 weeks in 1 day. I'm also gonna do a video just giving mothers advice who do have babies in the NICU who are pregnant with twins and really don't know what to expect. So yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Y'all smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. I got a lot of things planned for 2019. So yeah, if y'all rock with me, keep rocking with me, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.